Hey guys, what's good? Injured, bringing you another commentary here on Smite. I'm playing Guan Yu. This is post-patch, so he has been nerfed, and he is a much more manageable character, or god rather, and he is very, very fun to play. He's one of my favorite gods to play. I don't think I have more fun playing anyone else, and he's just very exciting. I unfortunately though played a little dumb, I think, this game. Oh no, I did play it right. Okay, got a different game. Confused in my head. I like to get Hand of the Gods on pretty much, like I've said, any melee-based carry, and that would be Guan Yu. Yes, he is magic-based, but he's still pretty much a carry in my opinion. He still really shines getting buffs and moving around the map, and so that's what I try to do this game. So I got Hand of the Gods, I got potions, and then I get Reinforced Boots level 1. Again, Reinforced Boots are absolutely amazing, and I think they're the best boot in the game, and you'd be silly to get anything else. There are a few occasions when you wouldn't get them, but they are far and few between. So I much prefer getting the reinforced boots. So I'm waiting here patiently, forgetting I should be going to green, and luckily my teammate pings it for me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should go get this green buff. And so we head over to green. As you see, I picked number 2 for my first skill. Pre-patch, a lot of people picked 3, but I read between the lines of his overpoweredness, and I realized that his 2 is going to be his bread and butter. I always max my 2 first, get a level of 1, get a level of 3, and go from there. And a lot of that for me is because, A, if you end up getting jumped by a group of people, 3 is not going to get you out of there. 2 may. B, if you end up engaging on people, 2, which will slow, may get you a kill that you may not get. And then 3, I like to get it because it ends up doing the most burst out of any of his skills. Yes, the 3 does a lot of damage that's kind of sustained, but it does not do as much burst damage. And so I like to get the 2 for that. It's great at getting killing blows, it's great at chasing, and it's great for escapes. So I really like to get his 2. Now, something to remember is the dash lowers the cooldowns of your spells by 2 seconds. I'm not 100% sure yet if I were to hit 2 enemy, or it has to be a god, it has to be an enemy god. If I get 2 enemy gods though, does it reduce it by 4? I don't know. I haven't done any testing on that. If somebody knows, I would love for you to leave me a comment or send me a message and let me know. And the heal, I'm almost positive you have to heal one of your teammates, and then you'll gain 2 seconds off your spells. You get 2 seconds off your cooldowns, I'm sorry. And then, but that does not stack for multiple heroes killed. And so this raw overextends a little bit. We do end up going on him using my 3. I got lucky and my creeps ended up getting the final hit on him. I don't know how I killed him. And so we got really lucky there. And this Leet guy, who I'm playing with, this is my second game with him. I played once with him. He joined my stream. We ended up playing again. And so, yeah, we got lucky with that one. And again, the 3's what I max second. It's really strong. It's A, it's good because it does a lot of damage. B, it buffs you and it debuffs your enemy. And so it can be a very, very powerful skill, especially considering that it can hit multiple people. Now, I've been sitting on this Hand of Gods for a while. I realize it now, and I'm going to go get that blue buff. And as I said before, those blue and green buffs are just so powerful early on. So you want to make sure that you're not wasting a lot of time. And as I go over here, I realize that Bastet is fighting Kali, I think it is, and I go in there and I try to save her. Unfortunately, I don't. I just barely don't do enough damage, but we end up picking her off, and we start getting ahead now. And so I'm level 4, and my lane partner is level 3, and I'm positive that the lane we're facing is that high. And I was really, really sad here because I really wanted this kill here, and he took the blue buff. I kind of wanted to cry a little bit. I personally think it's going to be more powerful on Guan Yu, but it might be, I don't know, it'll work out on the Ao Kuang. And so yeah, I don't know. I really like it because, especially in lane, if you have all the mana, I can spam my 1, which is my heal, and sustain us so we can both stay in the lane. And so that's why I would leave it for a Guan Yu personally. So now I'm just cleaning up some creep wave. I got my ultimate. I have to back, unfortunately, a lot earlier than I usually would. If you see, it's only like 3 minutes into the match, and I end up backing because I am just useless without mana. And I was really hoping to pick up that blue so I wouldn't have to back so early. And when I went to buy, I'm like, man, I have no money. What the heck? And so I just was double checking their team, seeing what kind of damage they were putting out to see what item I wanted to get. I saw that they had a lot of magic damage, so I went with Voidstone. Voidstone is a very, very powerful item to get, especially when your enemy team has a lot of magic power on it. Because A, it gives you protection to the magic damage. B, it increases your magic damage. And C, it lowers the magic armor of enemies around you. And so not only then do you do more damage, but the rest of your team does more damage to them. And so it's very, very strong pickup to get. And so that's why I'm getting that early. So usual thing, you know, going back to lane and trying to farm. I really want to try and pick off this Ra Ymir. You know, it's kind of like iffy. We might be able to kill him, we might not. He does a lot of damage, or I'm sorry, he has a lot of health, so we'd have to do a lot of damage. Where Ra, we could burst him down. So getting the red buff now, which you can see, and I'm getting that because of the Ymir, pretty much. I mean, you should get it anyways. It's going to give you money. It's going to give you experience. But that Ymir, I'm thinking that we might be able to then pick off, you know, another hero that we wouldn't be able to get because I will be doing extra damage. Again, I think it has 20 or 25 attack power, which is like a 2-tier weapon, if not a tier 3 in some cases. That's a lot of damage to get, especially early on. Certain junglers like Arachne can get it by level 3, and that's a ton of extra damage to have at level 3. So we're just pushing the lane again. I noticed that Ra's gone. That's really my target of choice. And so I'm going to go to the jungle here and get the speed buff. Oh, nope, I end up not going there. I'm going to go try and gank mid, it looks like. So yeah, that Kali is kind of floating around the tower. I want to engage on her here, and I do engage. I ult just a little early so the one didn't hit, and there's the second one hits, and we're putting some damage in. Good knock-up, and I'm able to get her with a 2 again, max my 2, and so that way it does the most burst damage. And so I'm really low again. I'm probably going to have to back, I'm guessing. Because I don't think our blue is up. Our green is up. I might go do our green. I don't remember this game very well. I played it probably 4 or 5 days ago. I've kind of been sitting on it. I also have a Zeus video I'll be putting out here really soon that I've been sitting on. So yep, I am going to go to the green. And as you've heard me talk about before, minimize downtime. So that's probably not a bad play for me. I can't really see my money very well. Unfortunately, my recording software doesn't do that good of a job of giving me a good picture to look at. So I'm not sure how much money I'm sitting on. My guess is I'm probably going to kill this green and then go back to base. And I am wrong again. Boy, that just keeps happening to me, huh? And so I end up going, let's see. Oh yeah, okay, I'm going back. I figured I would be. And, oh, I look and I was just short of being able to buy the full Voidstone. So that's why I end up going back. And so I'm going to get a little bit more of that money. I see that Ao Kwang's going back so I can get solo XP, solo money for a little bit. And then I just want to try to not really engage. I just want to leech this experience and leech this money. So that way I will be able to buy the Voidstone. Because the Voidstone will really help out my survivability. And it'll help out my damage quite a bit too. So, usual thing, like I said, you know, just farming. I'm pushing the lane a little bit. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm putting some pressure on this Ra. I realized I probably would have killed this Ra if I had mana. That made me say, actually, I'm putting a lot of damage into him. He ends up staying and gets killed by the creep. Wow. I cannot believe that. My 3 did a lot of damage there, and that's not maxed out. My dash is maxed out. I think the Ra got a little confused. I don't know what he was thinking. He just kept backpedaling, and you obviously move slower when you backpedal, so that was not the best choice for him. So I got this green buff. Don't mind that I'm going to take the creep a little bit. Going to push this wave, and then I probably should be going back to get the Voidstone. I should have enough for it now. Yep. So I think I'll be able to pick up the Voidstone and level 2 reinforced boots, which would be really nice. And so again, I'm increasing my survivability a lot with those 2 purchases, and I'm getting quite a bit of damage. And so we'll be, you know, starting to do that roaming gank stuff now, hopefully, because like I said, I really like to roam around the map. That's my favorite thing to do. I really like to just kind of bounce back and forth. I love the idea that the enemy has no idea where I'm going to be or where I am, and if I'm missing, that most likely means I'm behind them. You know, I just love that, you know, they have to worry about that. And so you always keep them guessing, always keep them on their toes, and there's just something really reassuring about that. And so, again, I'm getting an opportunity to get some solo experience and solo gold, so I'm going to take that. AO Kwang comes up a little bit, so I start hitting with my 3 to give him that debuff. He ends up going back to the tower. I'm just going to use it as some poke, really, and you know, just do a little bit of damage and try to set him up for when I actually engage him. So we'll see how that goes. I see that I have Hand of the Gods up, and I should be using that. I don't want to be sitting on Hand of the Gods. I should be using it ASAP. But I guess I'm just going to go to the right lane and see if I can't pick somebody off. And so, yep, I see that their Guan Yu is really low in lane. I'm going to come up behind him. I think I just dash through him and kill him here. I think I just get really lucky. Oh, nope, I used my 3 on him. For about half of the duration, I stopped the duration and do my dash. That might have been 3/4 of the duration. That's another thing that I don't think everybody realizes. You can right-click out of your 3 with Guan Yu. So if you are doing it and all of a sudden you're thinking like, oh my god, I want to dash before, you know, this, you know, Agni dashes away or Bastet leaps or any of those escapes, you can right-click and then immediately use your 2 to get that killing blow. That's another reason why I like using my 2. Is because that way I can cancel dash and get a lot of burst damage that way. So I'm getting the damage from my 3, damage from my 3, damage from my 3, cancel, dash, huge amounts of burst because they got the debuff. So don't forget to do that. It's really powerful to use or to right click out of your 3, and so that way you can follow it up with a 2. It really will boost your damage output. Especially if you can line up gods. Because when you're using your 3, you should be moving where your 3 is hitting multiple gods, and then that way you'll already be in position. So you have those lined up, boom, you dash, hit 2. And so I'm finally getting to the point where I'm going to use my Hand of the Gods, getting this blue buff. And like I said, I love blue buff on Guan Yu just because of the ability to, you know, perma-spam your heal. He's very mana reliant. He's pretty useless in any fight without mana, as are most gods, but I mean, he's really useless without mana. And so I'm trying to see if we can't move on this AO Kwang mid. I don't know why. I like diving a lot. I dive way more than I should, and I know that. And so I totally whipped on that AO Kwang, which really made me mad. We should have got him a lot earlier. My teammate probably didn't have to die. That is definitely my fault. And I should have hit that dash. I just played that really poorly. I'm kind of upset that I played that as bad as I did. But, you know, it happens. And then good knockup by, oh, this was Leet. I'm sorry, he was our Hevo. Yeah, that was a good knockup by Leet. I ended up putting a little bit of heal into him, but it didn't really matter. And now I know I got to get out. We got the 2 kills, which is good, but we lost quite a few too. And so I don't know if that was really worth it. But as far as I'm concerned, it was worth it for me because I was there. And again, I really want to start snowballing, and I apologize right there because yeah, I played that pretty bad. So, and so I'm picking up the Warlock Sash. As you remember, in every video I've ever played with any type of magic user, I talk about the Warlock Sash. It's way too powerful not to get on any type of caster. There's only one caster oh no, I get it on AO Kwang too. I've been trying a new build with AO Kwang where I strictly get items that boost your mana because of his passive. Like before, you know, I try to rush what is it, something of Tahiti, Rod of Tahiti maybe it's called, something like that, where you know, because that gives you a bonus like 25% to your AP. I'm probably gonna end up start getting that last on him because the 5% boost your AP from your mana ends up being a lot more when you're getting these other mana based items. And so I ended up getting close to like 400 magic power, MP, magic power with like 4 items. It was crazy. I was doing ridiculous amounts of damage. And so if somebody else wants to try that, please let me know. I think it's going to be a great build on AO Kwang. You got to build him a little bit different, in my opinion, to the traditional caster that you build in Smite. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a little bit different. The one thing I like about it, though, is that allows him to build things that are protective but give mana, because then it'll still give him damage. So who knows? And so, like I said before, I really want to kill this Ra. End up getting him with my 3 hits. I wish I could have got both of them in there. I'm putting some damage in him with my 3. Very good wall by Ymir to kind of get him out of there. I dash in. I'm still able to get the slow. He's still backpedaling. I'm going to put some auto attacks in here. I'm waiting for my 2 to come back off cooldown. Oh, man, the blind. And then I get slowed by Ymir and then frozen. And nothing I can do there. Very sad. Like, master creep block right there. And then, oh, I'm able to get him with my 3, and I canceled it and dash, if you saw that, because I want to get out of there. I'm getting eaten by the tower. It's like I said before, do as much damage as you can as quick as possible. And so I turn on Ymir, he's trying to wall me. I know he's not going to do tons of damage to me. I knew he was trying to freeze, and I do my dash out of the ult because you don't want to eat that. I use my number 3 on there again, try to lower his stuff. Hebo comes in, gets a kill on, I didn't see what god that is, but then he ends up putting a lot more damage in on this Ymir with me, and uses his 1 and just blows him down. Very good play by our Hebo. Our Hebo plays pretty good. This is Leet, actually. It wasn't Ao Kwong. I got confused there. And Leet plays very well. I really enjoy aggressive play. It's just really, really fun to me. And so I like when other people are willing to go into a tower with me. Like, people are so afraid to go into towers sometimes. I don't understand it personally. Like, towers, yes, they hurt. You don't want to go into them at level 1, 2, 3. But we're level 13. A tower, is it going to make a difference in a fight? It can, yes. But if you blow a hero up enough, you can kill it, walk out. Who cares that you almost die? Almost dying gives the enemy team nothing in this. You know, go in there, almost die, move on. And so, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are so unwilling or afraid to dive towers. I never really understood that. So, wow, our Bastet is at level 9. I think she's level 9, so she's a little bit behind. We're still playing really well, though, so I'm not super scared about us losing. Again, I'm doing very well in, I'm not saying that to boast, I'm saying that because Guan Yu can really, really turn a game. And it's not because Guan Yu's OP, it's because Guan Yu has great utility. He has heals, he has slows, his ult can silence and stun, and then his 3 can lower people's armor and increase his own. Great utility. So I like the fact that I'm kind of taking off here. Excuse me, I kind of hiccuped there. And so, again, in like the videos I said before, getting buffs is really nice. It decreases your downtime. It increases the amount of experience that you're around, increases the gold that you're around, and it's a really good way to help you take off. So we're going to end up pushing this tower right here, and oh, the Kali comes in. I end up using the assault on them. Oh, great freeze by Ymir. And then I dash through this Guan Yu. He's almost dead. We're putting a lot of pressure on the Kali. Their Guan Yu ults, I ult. I'm able to hit them both, and we pick up a kill on each of them. And so that was a great freeze by Ymir. Ymir, to me, is actually a really, really good counter to Guan Yu, especially in lane. And it's because of his freeze, his number 3. It completely stops Guan Yu from using the assault. And like, a lot of people are still maxing the 3 first because of how Guan Yu used to be, which is silly to me, but it's still stopping a lot of his damage, a lot of his utility. I usually, if I'm Ymir, I usually save my freeze until I see him use his 3 because A, he has almost no mobility, so I know he's not going to dodge it. Most Guan Yus aren't going to, you know, like fake cast that. They're not going to cast it to dash away to make you blow your 3. That's just not what they're going to do. And so, yeah, every time you see him, I freeze him, and then as a team, we try to blow him up. I am streaming right now at this game also, and so that's why I alt-tabbed here. I'm talking to a couple people on my stream. There's a guy who's a regular on my stream I hadn't seen in a while, and he was saying hello, so it was good to see him and letting him know I'm not chatting because I'm doing this. So next I'm getting Gem of Isolation. Gem of Isolation increases your mana, increases your health, and gives you ability power, or magic power, I'm sorry, and then it also allows, every skill you use freezes the enemy, or slows the enemy, I'm sorry, slows them. And so it just, to me, it's a really good item. I've had some debates with Oxygen, if you guys are familiar with Oxygen from Team Agni Mid. He's a very good player, very knowledgeable, and he's very big into meta and, you know, like theory crafting and what you should get. And he doesn't think you should get it. I like it though. We're coming into some action here, so I'm going to come back to the Gem of Isolation in a second. This Ao Kong kind of sits back. I end up ulting him. I figure we might as well just get the kill. He ends up getting slowed. Guan Yu comes in. I dash him, use my 3 on him, taking a lot of damage. Ymir ends up freezing me, puts me in the ice path. The ice path misses. I use my Hand of the Gods to clean up some of those creep. I'm chasing down this raw slow him. I'm putting some auto attacks in. And let's see, am I going to get my 3 in time? Oh, I just get my 3. Can I get the kill? Yes, I get the kill on Ra, so that was big. And so putting some more damage into the creep, trying to line them up so I can get rid of them. Epic creep block again. These creeper have been owning me today. And so I clean up this creep wave. I'm probably going to heal there and get out of there. So talking about the gem of isolation, the Oxygen believes that you shouldn't get the gem of isolation because with the dash, I should be able to stand anyone anyways. I think now, especially with the increased cooldown times, it's going to be good on him, but I liked it anyways because I really like the fact that, yeah, okay, they probably shouldn't get away with me because I have a dash, but now they won't get away with me. There's no question. I don't like leaving, some margin up for error. Oxygen's a much better player than I am, and so I think he's a little more comfortable with having some room for error because he knows he can make that up with his skill. I'm not that great of a player, and so I like being able to be certain about things, and so that's why I went that route. And so, again, minimize downtime. I'm going to clean up some of these neutral creeps. I pushed the left lane so they'd have to defend, and I'm going to back. And again, I went to the stream to talk to that guy that's a regular in my stream, and I haven't got a chance to talk to him in a while. So as you see, my teammates are getting a couple kills while pushing mid. That's awesome. I love to see that. And so I got the speed buff. I'm going to try to go back mid, I'm sure, and help them push, depending upon if they're still alive or not. If they end up not being alive, there's no use going there. But yeah, I am running mid. I do have my ult. My ult can really save people. And so I give him a heal. I move on. I see Kali kind of overextends, using my 3. She's taking damage from the creep. AO Kwong turns on and drops some tornadoes. And then I'm just putting auto attacks in. And then I end up ulting behind him after a dash. That was really good. We should get the kill on Kali. And oh, we just get her. And so I was afraid that we were going to lose AO Kwong there. I turn around on this Guan Yu, dash slow him. He slows me. End up using my heal. Luckily, my cooldowns are going to be up before his because I was able to heal my teammate. But great freeze by this Ymir, and I want to chase him so bad. I keep going. Like I said, I love diving. It's so much fun to me. I know he's going to get away now because if I didn't get frozen there, I would have got him. There's no doubt in my mind. And so we turn around in this round, putting some damage in. These creep are totally blocking me again. And then, oh, I dashed through the Ra ult. That was beautiful. Oh, man, that was so lucky. And so now Ymir's starting to ult. I was barely able to get out of that. I see the Ra come back in at me, and am I going to go on him? Oh, I dash through Ymir, slow him, put some damage on Ymir with my 3. I see there's a third coming. That's Guan Yu. It's time to get out of there. Just drop my heal. I got my speed buff. I know I should probably be able to outpace anyone on their team because I have the speed buff, and so I'm just taking off. And what do? I go right back to farming. And so clean up those archers, going to put some auto attacks onto these ogres, use my 3 on the ogres, and then I'm going to be moving on. So I think, yep, I have enough for my Gem of Isolation. I want to go back and get that. That's going to be a key item for me. And so the Gem of Isolation, like I said, is like, I was kind of upset because I was like, if I had my gem there, I definitely would have got those kills mid. They wouldn't have got away. He would have been slow. He would have been able to dash as far, and after he dashed, he would have been moving slow, and then I would have been able to catch up. This is not happening again. So I got it, and we'll see how this goes. Boring stuff, guys, right now. Just running right up the middle. Don't you love it? Wish I could have, some type of spectator view, some type of camera, and I could fly around. But I love that. I don't know if you saw that, but the tornadoes, you can see it from far away. You can see them up in the sky. I just think some of the casting animation, this is great. I use my 3 on this Ra. He kind of overextends. Get frozen by Ymir. I end up ulting kind of blind with that ult, and so that was a pretty bad ult. But I end up picking up this Ra. Now I'm thinking, oh crap, I am so dead. And so, yeah, there's nothing I can do there. Very good chase by the Guan Yu there. I think I typed, where'd you go? I thought I had AO Kwong with me, and I saw that now I see that he has no mana. And so I was kind of expecting him to be able to ult or something along those lines. And I think I went in there, and right as I went in, he beat. And as you know, you can't see behind you. And yeah, that kind of just led to my death, which is fine, that happens. And so I'm going to move on, and I'm looking for what items to pick up. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of at a quandary right now. I really like Polynomicon. It's kind of one of my new favorite items, and I think that's what I end up going for. I'm not sure, though. I've been trying a different couple builds with some of the new gods. I don't know if I did it in this one or not, but I've been trying to stack lifesteal items on AP heroes. I'm sorry, on MP, Magic Power heroes, because if you've ever noticed, AD heroes, they can be at no health, and they show up to a creep wave, and they just auto attack a creep wave. They're at full health, and I'm like, that is so crazy. I don't understand why that is. And so I've been wanting to try, get a lot of magic power, And then let's get a lot of lifesteal. Let's like get every lifesteal MP item, right? Magic power item that has lifesteal. And so I've been trying. I think I might have done it on a Zeus video that I've done recently, or maybe a Anubis video. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to be trying it on a couple other gods here soon, and you know, maybe I'll try it with a video or not. I am going to have kind of a troll gimmicky video coming out here soon, and I hope the community really jumps on board and has fun with it, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll probably spend some time and make that tonight. I kind of don't want to play tonight. I just been wanting to have some fun, so I'm going into the jungle here. I want to get this red buff. I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to get pretty fed. Well, not really fed. I'm starting to get pretty farmed, and so this red buff will really help put me over the top. Like I said, that's like having a whole nother tier 2 item, and it does a lot. So we're moving up right lane. We have all of their towers down. All their phoenixes are exposed, and I think I'm trying to convince my team to push, but I'm not sure. Again, I can't really read my chat right now just because for whatever reason this program messes with its setting. And so I put my 3 on to, oh great ult by Ao Kwong. Wow, disintegrated that Kali. And so we'll just walk away from that. That was a great ult. I mean, that was right in the middle. There was no question that was going to hit. Able to get this right side down. Ooh, our I was going to say our Night Fox. Our Bastet picked up a double kill, which is always good to hear a Bastet getting a double kill. I don't know if you remember, she was way under leveled. She's 17 now, and so she's really starting to pick things up. That's great for us. And yeah, she's our main source of AD damage. And so this Guan Yu walks into me. I know he's going to end up trying to dash, so that's kind of why I was really backing away while I was using my 3. But it made him go into our team. And so whichever way he went, I wanted him to die. And that's kind of what I was thinking. So we're putting pressure on this middle Phoenix now. And I'm sure we're getting ready to wrap up. So we just killed the right. We're about to kill the mid, I'm sure. And so I guess how I just want to wrap this video up is just saying Guan Yu is not underpowered by any means right now. He's right around where he should be. He might get a little buff or a little tweak here and there, but he's so fun. He's a really dynamic hero. To play him successfully, you need to use his cooldown reduction skills properly, and that's your 2. Make sure you hit an enemy unit if you're in a team fight, and your 1, make sure you're healing a friendly unit during a team fight, because you want to get those cooldown reductions. You want to be able to use your skills a lot faster. And so we have 2 Phoenix down. We're going to be pushing this left. Other things about Guan Yu, get the Warlock Sash. Warlock Sash is very powerful. When fighting Guan Yu or facing Guan Yu, remember that his second slam silences you. And so if you're thinking, man, I don't want to get stunned by his 3rd slam, I'm going to wait till my 2nd slam of his ult, and then I'm going to, dash away. You're going to be silenced, and you're going to eat that 3rd slam. So if you want to avoid his ult, you always, always, always leap and try to get away after his 2nd attack of his ult. So remember that. Now, other tips for facing Guan Yu is, I would say, if you have some type of CC and he's using his 3, which is the spinny thing, make sure that you use that type of CC on him. Because the other thing about Guan Yu is, yeah, he has quite a bit of health for being a melee character, but he has very little armor. He does take a lot of damage. And so when you use, if you're using Anubis Wrap, if you're using Ymir's Freeze, Agony Stun, all those things, you can do tons of damage. Yep, and there's the CC. So remember those tips, guys. I hope some of this was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I like interacting with you guys. Check out my stream. I'll try to help you as much as I can. All right, guys. Peace.